You're welcome back again to my channel. Nice meeting you here once again. My correct people, it's not a small matter like this. This anniversary has attracted a whole lot, like a whole lot. 10 years anniversary is not a joke. It's not 1 year, it's not 2 years. We are talking of a whole decade, like a decade on the throne. Of course, it can only be God, my people. So now, in line with the celebration, okay, Kabiyesi has, done a whole lot of things. And as a traditional ruler, there are a whole lot of things that he is to, that he's supposed to do in the palace. And the funniest thing, Kabiyesi has come to say that, look, without Queen Naomi, he cannot do some of these rituals because, of course, there are rituals that he's supposed to carry out in thanking his ancestors is a must because, of course, you cannot say you are thanking your God without recognizing the fact that there were people who were on the throne before you. Of course, Kabiyesi doesn't joke with. If in fact, it's not even whether he wants to joke with it or not. It is the right, it is the proper thing to do because the truth is, every morning they always pray. He always pray to his ancestors. Okay, pray to the ones who have sat on that seat before him, asking for fresh wisdom, asking for direction, and asking for so many good things, of course. And he is seeing the result that within the shortest period of time, within this decade, he was able to achieve so much and still counting. So it's enough for him to say, yes, I want to give the glory also to them, because if not for them who are backing him up spiritually, who are also directing him, because he always pray for direction because they are there watching. So he always asks for fresh wisdom from God Almighty, Eledumare himself, and also praying that the ancestors should also guide him on what he should do. If there's anything they would have wished that they would have done when they were when it was their time and they couldn't achieve, that they should guide him so that he will be able to achieve it on their behalf. Maybe, just maybe, that's the reason why everything is just blazing for him. Maybe that's the reason why they bring Queen Naomi his way. Just to, this life, there's one thing people should know. There are people you meet, they will just make things easy for you. It's not as if they are contributing money for you. It's not as if they are giving you anything. No. But for the fact that you are with them, you will just see light, special light radiating. You see good things happening. You see, sweet testimony. You see your everything easy. You want to do anything, you do it easily. That is what we call, people that has pure spirit, people that has good head, people that has good head, that when they associate with you, that good thing will also come to you. And that is exactly what happened in the case of Queen Naomi when she met with Kabiyesi. And of course, Kabiyesi does not joke with that. And that is why he doesn't joke with Queen Naomi, because Queen Naomi's his meeting with Queen Naomi was not for child's play. That is why he will keep appreciating and thanking Queen Naomi that he came into his life. And now, in celebrating this 10th year anniversary, they said Kabiyesi he didn't leave any stone unturned. He made sure that he did the needful. And what is that thing they said he did? They said this thing, he shocked everybody, not just people in Ile-Ife. The entire country were shocked, were surprised that what kind of a king is this that will do this kind of thing. Like Kabiyesi did celebration that cost across Ile-Ife. Normally the celebration is for him because he's the one that stayed on the throne for a decade, celebrating his 10 years anniversary. But he did not just keep it within that terrain of Ile-Ife. He reached out to other people, invited other kings, and reach out to them, the ones that he want to stretch hand of charity to. Like, he did so many things that people were like, who is this man? Who is this person? Because we know other monarchs in the country that whether they are there for 10 years, so nobody even know. Highest you see, maybe you just see it in the newspaper, or perhaps just like, oh, today is the 10 years anniversary of so king, and that it ends there. But in the case of Kabiyesi, it wasn't like that. He made sure that he touched almost everybody across the state. Now, in celebration of this 10 years anniversary, invited Mr. President, the Osun State governor was there, and other state governors and other monarchs from different quarters were also there to celebrate with him. And of course, Kabiyesi is one person that he knows how to appreciate people so well. Like, he knows how to appreciate people, and the way and manner they said he welcomed these people and appreciate them, like everybody were wow, they were surprised because they never expected what he did. And now during the celebration, there's a particular ritual that they said this ritual is first of his kind. He said yes, he want to appreciate his ancestors. He want to thank those who have sat on this throne before him, those who have walked on this path before him. He want to tell them thank you. And you know what they said this man did? They said he did a particular ritual. They said this ritual is not a common one. It's a very sacred ritual that is not easy to carry out. It's not easy to do this, but he did it just to show appreciation to his ancestor. He did this ritual just to show that yes, let them know that yes, he appreciates all the things, all their prayers, okay, all their backings and everything. And of course, they said everybody was surprised. Like, all the people that came were shocked that they have never seen this kind before. They have never seen this type of, king before, who will go all the way to just do things just to please his ancestors, and not only his ancestor, to also reach out to people who are not even from his clan, who are not from his lineage, who are not from his terrain, who are not even anywhere close to his people, called the Yoruba people. But he tried to reach out just to show appreciation to all and sundry, that he's happy that God has kept him and God has been helping him. And he also thanked his ancestors for granting him that wisdom to do what he's supposed to do for his people, and not just for his people, and to every other person across the globe. My correct people, is not a small matter. Kabiyesi that we see here is a man who knows how to appreciate. He knows how to appreciate those who are supposed to be appreciated. He knows how to, do that thing that he knows that if he do this, his ancestors will be happy with him. Like, if it were to be some people, they will say, how can I undergo this ritual? Omo, my people, as I hear and as I take the carry and the come tell you now, they said this ritual, they cannot even say it. That is a very powerful ritual, and he did it to appease, to appreciate his people. My people, who can do that? It is only a king who has a big heart. It is only a king who has the heart of a lion. It is only that king who is the Iroko himself, the one that cover every other person. Yes, Kabiyesi is the great Iroko that every other person come and sit under. Every other person come and seek wisdom. Every other person come and seek shelter. In fact, name it. What is it that you want? Just go under him and you will receive succor. You will receive comfort. You will receive so many good things. And that is exactly what they say Kabiyesi just did. They said this ritual is a powerful. When you hear they say something powerful, you should know that it's indeed a very powerful ritual. But the fact is, we know anything that has to do with culture, tradition, is not everything that they have to come and tell you just the way it is, or tell you that they use this one, or they use this pen and paper, no. But what we heard is that it's a powerful ritual, and this ritual is not common. But Kabiyesi went out all his way to make sure that he did this just to thank his ancestors, thank his God, and thank every other person who needs his thank, just for this 10 years anniversary that he just did. Omo is not a small thing. Kabiyesi go church, go do Thanksgiving. Now he go thank his ancestor. He make sure that all the people, great people in the land, he make sure that he thank everybody and appreciate everybody. I mean, who can do this? How many king, how many monarch in this land, in this Africa, that you see that will be doing things and they will want to extend it to every other person? It is only Kabiyesi. Yes, so if you ask me, I'm not saying that there might not be one or two, but Kabiyesi stand out among so many. He stand out, and he also want to show the people how rich their culture is. He want to show the people how rich the Yoruba culture is. In fact, Kabiyesi is one person that aside from the fact that he's a businessman, is a man who understand these things, who understand the trend, who understand the time. Because when you look around these days, you see we no longer study history in our schools anymore. Now, Kabiyesi is trying to, just try as much as he can to, whether directly or indirectly, introduce people to embrace their culture. That is why whenever he's doing things like this, he want everybody to come around. He want to reach out to people. He want people to see so that they will value and know the importance of this culture and tradition of our people. This old long-term culture that they have been practicing. And of course, that is why Kabiyesi is doing all those things, because he want to announce the culture to the people. He want people to see the culture and the tradition as something that is not one kind of heavy thing that some people see and like, no, 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 we don't go there, we don't do this. No. And that is the reason why Queen Naomi was able to go there. And of course, for the prophecy that was given to Kabiyesi also to be fulfilled, that was why Queen Naomi came in. Because it was after Queen Naomi came in, Kabiyesi now understood the meaning, because Queen Naomi's Queen Naomi presence in that palace, has actually made some people to relax, has actually made some people to understand the fact that being a traditional person and being a religious person, you can actually do things together. You can actually work together in peace and nothing will happen. And in fact, you even come out better, the best. If not, why is it that it is during Queen Naomi's time that the narrative of the palace changed? Kabiyesi have been having, he has two different women that came and left, but nobody understood, nobody heard anything, nobody talked about them. But why Queen Naomi? To tell you that indeed, Queen Naomi is actually the wife of the wife of prophecy that they actually told him about. And so, my correct people, in fact, this is what I came across, okay? And I said I must come and relate with you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for standing by. I love you all. I appreciate you. God bless you. Till I come your way again. Bye-bye.